I feel like I need to do this, so please bear with me. Ahem. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you please. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you in the center ring the one, the only master of prestidigitation in politics. A magician for the ages. What? I was just getting started. What do you mean I can't introduce him like that? After all, at least according to some, he is all those things and more. Well, Mr. Director, if you say so. Oh. All right. Let's get on with it then. I'll go back to my usual, the written script, but I want it on the record. I think you are way out of line on this one. All right already. You don't have to yell in my ear. Roll the film, Master Projectionist. Mr. Director, if you please. Kayla Productions presents a Sam Dene presentation. Everyone knows him as Sam. Some think he's a ham, but he grabs our attention with semantistical pretension. Yes, it's Sam we adore, and we hear more and more about politics, devil dealings, and those folks in the smoke behind those closed doors. Sam speaks his mind and makes us all find the ways of the city with songs that are witty by playing along his guitar and his song in his rockabilly semi-twang style that makes all his fans smile. All the straight stuff he explains as Reno's Encyclopedia Hurricane. Prove it's the truth that he's after, not clapping or laughter. So this is his show. He wants all to know. It's called The Truth. Sam Dene Raw. Raw. Fantastic number 15.
Music by Opus. News.
To the Reno Hilton Hotel in beautiful downtown Reno, Nevada. Tonight we're going to have some fantastic boxing matches, all because of the Reno Hilton. Reno Hilton is bringing boxing back to Reno. I'll say that again. The Reno Hilton is planning on bringing boxing back to Reno. And for those who don't know it, Reno has a phenomenal boxing history. It's true. We go back to the early 1900s, and most of the boxing matches in America took place right here in Reno, right in the Reno area. We had boxers such as Jack Johnson, Gentleman Jim Corbett, Sonny Jim Jeffries, not Sonny Jim, but Jim Jeffries had one of the greatest boxing matches of all time right here in Reno. 30,000 people were there, Tom.
I heard that.
Can you believe that?
Yes, I do.
And I'm so happy that the Reno Hilton is bringing boxing back to Reno, back to its roots. First of all, I want to introduce my partner here. This is Tom Clark.
How you doing today?
And say a little bit about yourself, Tom. You're a retired policeman?
Well, I am. I'm a retired policeman. I started out in the Marine Corps in 1957. I boxed in the battalion, 1st Battalion. And while I was boxing in the Marine Corps, I had several bouts there, and then graduated to being a police officer.
Okay, that works. We also want to give heavy-duty kudos to Tony Mora Boxing and Greg Gooley Productions. They are the two organizations that are actually bringing these events right to Reno. And they plan on bringing several events back. We have well, it isn't quite a standing room only crowd, but we've got a great big crowd out there today. And for the first boxing match, this is really great. And if you ever wondered how to spell Paradise, Tom,
Oh,
it's spelled
yeah.
Hilton.
You bet.
The Hilton Hotel
It's beautiful.
has everything. A person could come to Reno and stay at the Hilton Hotel and never have to leave the premises. They have everything here. Gambling, of course, and then they also have the most amazing golf course out there with a gigantic lake where you can sit out there and you can hit balls into the lake, and they have these little islands out there.
It's beautiful. Everything is just fantastic.
You can look at the mountains out there on the hills and the whole deal. And we're leading into the boxing matches that'll be taking place here in about 3 to 5 minutes. We'll be coming up with the Star Spangled Banner. Also want to give some more kudos to the Reno Hilton, because guess what? When the Reno basketball team went to the Sweet 16 college championships, the Reno Hilton painted their whole gigantic hotel blue in honor of the. Now, is that support for your boxing team or what?
That's really support.
The Reno Hilton is actually the biggest, and I can't forget. I've got to give much of the credit to Tim Malin, who had the foresight to recognize that these boxing matches should be televised for posterity. Let's see, we've got, last but not least, I want to also let you know that Gala Productions of Carson City, Nevada, is doing the television production of this operation. And I'll tell you a little bit, we've got 4 cameras, 4 TV screens. We've got Gary back there running the operation. We got Jack out here on the ringside camera.
Hey,
so when
Jack.
you see the close-ups of the boxers during the match, that'll be Jack. Very professional. And then there's also Stephanie, and James Young is on another camera. And of course we have Ashley running around as the jack of all trades. She's working CG. Does anybody know what's CG, Tom?
I don't know.
Anyway, she's doing good. But anyway, we've got the whole operation covered, ladies and gentlemen. And we also have the big screens right here at the Hilton. The screens are almost as big as your house, right, Tom?
They're huge.
They're at least as big as your garage, I know that.
Yeah.
Right. At any rate, yeah, we'll give you a quick little look at the crowd out there. We've got, I can't mention Tony Mora Boxing and Greg Gooley Productions too much. And now I'll get right down to the main event. Probably the biggest draw of the night is Joey Gilbert. Remember that name, Joey Gilbert. He went to Reno, the University of Reno. He won 3 national boxing championships and a Nevada Golden Gloves. He's been boxing, and in between all of this, he went on to law school to fit all of this in between. He went on to law school. Now he's come back, and he's coming back, and he's going to make he's going to make professional boxing his goal. I think he said he's going to box until he's 30. I think he's 26 now. He's going to box until he's 30. See what it looks like then. He hopes that he'll be in a championship fight by within 25 fights from now.
He's going to do very well. He's got the personality.
He's 6-0 again with 6 knockouts. As a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, in 6 fights he only has boxed 10 rounds. So I'm kind of hoping I get a chance to see a little bit more of this young man tonight.
Yeah, so am I, Sam. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, he's just a real gentleman. He's started some businesses down in Las Vegas. And then a little bit more of the history of boxing. I'd like to go back a little ways to about 1975. There was a ring doctor by the name of Dr. Edward Deney, who was the ring doctor for all of northern Nevada. Did you know that, Tom?
No, I didn't know that, Sam.
He was the ring doctor for about 15 years. Back in the 70s, the medical profession was trying to actually do away with boxing. There was the older viewers might remember that back in the mid 70s, late 70s, there was a move afoot to ban boxing, college and pro. And my father, along with basically the Reno boxing guru by the name of Al Monticelli, who's passed away in the meantime, the two of them went all around the country on their own, trying to talk these groups into not banning boxing. And guess what?
Was it because it was too brutal or something? Or?
Right, all of that, but guess what they did?
The
doctors thought it was too brutal, and I won't even go into we'll talk about it during the matches, but you and I both know that there's more benefits from boxing than there are detributes.
Definitely.
How's that word, detributes?
Yes.
There's more benefits to boxing. It's great for confidence.
Character.
And there's no doubt that somebody gets hurt now and then, but guess what? You name any sport where somebody doesn't get hurt. Name one.
That's true.
And the greatest thing about boxing, to me, Tom, the greatest thing about it is that when you go in that ring, guess what? You're evenly matched.
That's right.
And when you're born, it doesn't matter if you're 6'4", 250 pounds like you, or a measly little 5'10", 150 pounds like me. You go in there and you're going to box somebody your size.
That's right.
And you're always looking at him. You don't have blindside tackles. You don't have, you're not knocked to a hardwood floor like in basketball. And I'm not trying to work a hardship on any of those sports, but boxing is actually the fairest sport there is in America.
I do believe that.
And I'm just really glad that they were able to save boxing. Dr. Dene, who he also passed away about 6 years ago, he was instrumental in saving the boxing, and I didn't want to dwell on that too long.
You mentioned he was your father, right?
Right, and he was a local boxing pioneer. So was Al Monticelli. They kept boxing going in the slow days. Anyway, a little bit more about Tom. He's, as I said, a retired policeman. We've been working the boxing matches now for about a year and a half.
Yes, we have, Sam.
Most of the boxing matches were where?
Well, we had quite a few of them down in Carson City. Started out with the youngsters down there, and they're just wonderful to watch. These little guys get up there, and they're learning, they're building character, they're building stamina, and they're growing.
What's the most matches that we did in one night?
I think we did 14 one night.
No.
No?
24.
24 matches.
So if anybody got
that was a lot.
20. Believe it or not, Sam Dene had laryngitis by the end of the evening.
I think it took us about 8 hours to do all this.
About 6 hours,
Yeah.
but in the amateurs, the boxing is 3 2-minute rounds. Tonight, there will be various amounts of rounds, but they will be 3-minute rounds as opposed to the amateurs where there's 2-minute rounds.
That's
Another
right.
thing you'll notice is, guess what?
What's that?
They won't be wearing headgear tonight.
Oh, that'll be something different.
Right, and we can talk a little bit about the benefits of headgear and whether or not the pros should even be using headgear. We can talk about that too, but we're just about ready for the Star Spangled Banner. We have Katie Baker will be singing the Star Spangled Banner in just a minute.
She's out there waiting in the wings,
in her
ready to
a
go.
cappella traditional style,
Really?
which is my favorite. By the way, what else do you do in your spare time, Tom?
Well, you know, Sam, I have some of my time taken up with you. We do a little voluntary work, working for the senior citizens. We do some volunteer work, playing. You play guitar, I play harmonica.
And what's the name of our band?
It's called the Two Wild Yankees Band.
Singing sensation and sweeping the nation. We're legends in our own mind band.
And we have a
Two
lot.
Wild Yankees Band. Now, our goal is to go out and sing songs for the citizens, mostly Americana music, and we just have a good time. That's our goal, is for the people to have a good time, and we're going to have a good time tonight.
Yes, we are.
And we're going to be talking about the boxing matches. We're going to give our opinions, and you might hear us get on one side or the other now and then. But you're the viewer out there. The viewer, you have the right to say, Tom, you don't even know what you're talking about. He totally missed that punch. But we're going to have a different perspective than you because we're looking right in the ring here.
Everything is up
You're going to be
close,
looking
tight.
at,
Yep.
and you're going to be looking at 4 super duper, or actually I should say 3 super camera angles. And Gala Production does such a good job. I defy the folks out there in TV land to be able to analyze when they're switching cameras. These guys are just really smooth. They are just absolutely professional
Very
in every way, and
professional, yes.
I'm so delighted that the Reno Hilton had the wherewithal and the interest in bringing boxing back to Reno. There have been some boxing matches downtown that I've attended. This is number 1, and as you can see the cameras panning around this beautiful showroom. You can see what a wonderful venue, and of course we have the people right here at ringside behind us. It's a beautiful, and we're going to be interviewing some of the dignitaries during the fights and in between. We got the referees, we got the all-time Vic Draculich and the other Victor Alegria. Yeah, and they're going to be refereeing these fights, and you're going to have fun. You're going to have fun watching the referees.
They're checking the ring now, Sam.
Yeah, so don't just watch the boxers, watch the referees too.
Now, that was a change from the council room. Maybe I can ask Sam if I could be ring girl for one of the bouts. In the meanwhile, here are some important announcements. We'll be right back.
Pants, pants, pants. I am folding the pants. The pants are long.
Do they go on my head? Do they? Do the pants go on my head? No. They go on.
Everyday moments can become teaching moments because learning starts long before school does. Give your child the start they need at bornlearning.org.
Don't walk. Don't walk. Walk. Do not